Hi, business law class. My name is Reve, and this is my submission for this week's learning portfolio. So, sorry about my appearance. I know I might look a little different. I'm actually trying a different makeup look. So, I'm also filming this on my iPad because I don't have enough storage on my phone to record. So, I might look a little different. But the most interesting thing that I learned this week was I'll talk about the textbook later, but the most interesting to me was actually the scenario that was included in the learning portfolio. So it was the one about Sammy on the Shady Acres place, and then there was a plot next to his that he was starting to use because its owners had left the country. So I think that everyone has come to a general consensus that he does deserve the title to the land, but I'm actually kind of perplexed about the prompt. So I was in Paris Baguette sitting while I was looking over this, and then I was rereading the details, and I was wondering if the some of the details would be relevant to the submission later on. And I felt like I might have even been overthinking it, but it's interesting how the only way to get to the other owner's plot is to go through Sammy's plot, and I thought that this would come up during the answering of the question, which was if Sammy deserves to get the title of the land, but I don't think that it was necessary, actually, in the conclusion that you wrote. So I was wondering when that would come in, and that was an interesting little tidbit. And I think I'm going off on a tangent, so I'll wrap this up. And also the fact that the hint was to focus on the phone call that was given like 3 years into using the land. So I was also wondering if that was really relevant to the submission comment that I posted, but I actually didn't end up using it, so that's why I was like, oh, I hope I'm not leaving something out. Anyways, something that I learned this week was the difference between like patenting, trademarks, trade secrets, and copyright. So I felt like they were kind of interchangeable terms, or I associated them with one another, but they really do have different meanings. So copyright is something that I feel like we as a society hear a lot, especially in pop culture, since it refers to original and creative works like music, for example. You always hear copyright in the realm of music, as well as patenting. So I feel like I've seen a lot of patents on LinkedIn, and I understand that it's quite important, obviously, to protect inventions. I also am wondering if it's hard to make a patent nowadays because there are so many people and time has progressed so much. I wonder if there are no more patents to be given out because we have so many inventions. But I guess they probably just award it to anyone who makes a unique thing, even if it's not useful. So if you want to make a patent, then maybe you can. I don't know how hard it is to make one, but I'm interested in finding out perhaps. Bye.